Just got back from IWA and EnforceTac in Nuremberg, Germany. I feel like a fat piece of schnitzel after crushing 1.5 gallons of Weiss in a day every day while I was over there. IWA, like the European SHOT Show, it's more geared towards civilians and outdoorsmen. EnforceTac, that's the military and law enforcement show. Both of them, great conventions. We even hosted a joint supporter meetup with our boys at Polinar Tactical while we were there at O'Shea's Irish Pub. We're viewer supported. If you want to hose beers with us and our buddies at Polinar, think about supporting us via Patreon, Subscribestar, or Utreon. 511 helped us pay for getting over to IWA, and all they asked for is that we cover their show booth a couple of times. So do me a favor, pay them a visit at the link in the description if you need some new gear as a way of saying thank you, 511, for sending James and Ryan over to IWA. They also reluctantly signed off on the sick-ass intro card that I made for the show. I love it. Anyways, we made just shy of 40 videos from IWA and EnforceTac, but almost all of them are hosted on our sister channel, TFBTV Showtime. Different channel than the one you're watching now. There's a link in the description. Swing over, subscribe, at least check out the playlist. For this list, I am going to start with the CZ. Wait, I can't tell you about that one until June or July when me and Eric Groffel showcase it from the IWA show floor. But really, this was one of my favorite guns at the show, even if it wasn't on display at the show. Might have been my favorite pistol there. Stay tuned for that this summer. Let's kick it off with a different number 5 then. I think everybody wants a pieces of this Thesis. That is the Thesis 57 pistol. Can somebody, for the love of Gaddafi, explain to me why Turkish shotguns are so bad, but Turkish handguns are really, really good? I don't get it, but Canik and Thesis have just been lighting it up in the past couple of years with their pistols. In the meantime, every single Turkish shotgun I've ever got my hands on has fallen apart in them. The Thesis is probably going to be priced between the PSA Rock and the Ruger 5.7. I'm guessing it's going to be in like the $600-ish range based on what I learned at the show, but we won't know until June or July. Very similar to the Ruger in terms of appearance, but the Thesis claims to be the lightest 5.7 pistol out there. I think it's exactly the same weight as the PSA Rock with its polymer frame. But then again, I was performing a metric conversion off of pre-production specs, so who knows. It's got a 20-round capacity, only about 1.2, 1.3 inches thick. It uses a QPQ slide that's quench, polish, quench, an extremely durable finish. Got a cold hammer forged barrel, which is what you get with the FN 5.7. It's also going to come optics ready at that price, so it seems like it's going to be an outstanding value. As usual, number 4. The controversy slot, because you don't start a list about pistols with a shotgun, but you damn sure don't put it as number 1 either. Number 4, the SDM Manufacturing 870 Shorty, a Chinese-made Remington 870 clone that accepts steel 5-round magazines. Funny thing about this, if this gun were a regular tube-fed shotgun with a 9-inch barrel, it's unlikely you would get more than 2 or 3 rounds in the tube. But the 5-round magazine it comes with gives you the same capacity as a much larger shotgun, and it's faster to reload. Also a controversial inclusion on this list because it is not, and probably will not, be available in the United States ever. But in a deeply ironic twist, European no-guns cuckolds can buy this magnificent piece of Chinesium for under €299, however much that is. A lot of stuff made in China that can kill you by accident, but the Kung Pao pump gun looks like it's good at doing it on purpose, and that's why it's number 4. Number 3 is for 3 inches and $3,000 and 3.57. You guessed it, it's the Spore Club revolver, number 3 on the list. We all love stereotypes, and the Club is a caricature of German culture. It's elegant, it's functional, masterfully engineered with no compromises. No metal injection molded parts like pretty much every other revolver made, meaning that fit, finish, trigger pull, second to none in the class.
Would you say that possibly you make the best production revolver that money could buy?
Absolutely, yes. What else shall I say?
Spore makes truly the Porsche of revolvers, and you know that means it's going to have a Porsche price tag too. Going to be $3,500, but we all know that wheel guns are a little bit like the over-under of the handgun world. Yeah, they shoot hot metal out of a hole out front, just like anything else, But if you want to stun on Wendell, Reginald, and Eberhard, then you better produce a Spore from your cummerbund if a rapscallion starts getting a little saucy. I've shot the 4 and 5 inch versions. In fact, I've got them right over there right now. And if you consider yourself to be a revolver guy and you haven't shot a Spore, you're not a revolver guy. Unlike the SDM shotgun in the number 4 slot, the club will only be available in the United States, and it's designed purely for classy concealed carry. This is a tux gun for sure, so go ahead, ring your tiny little butler bell, have Jeeves bring your black card out in one of those little trays right now if you want to be one of the first people in the country to get a club. Now, back in the day, Juan's Flying Burrito, one of my most favorite restaurants in New Orleans, they used to hire waitresses with big boobs, lots of tattoos. It's not like it was something that I was typically into, but for some reason it was kind of hot. You know what I mean? The whole Suicide Girls, like ex-American Apparel model look, maybe a little touch of heroin. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Wait, what were you talking about? Oh yeah, I'm not really a huge 1911 guy, but you guys know that Bull Armory won me over with the SAS Ultralight as a carry gun. Great carry pistol. I still recommend it if you're one of those 2011 carry guys. But because of its lightweight and its compact size, it can be a little snippy with the hotter rounds. Bull's introduced the next step up, logically, in my opinion. That's an adaptation of their TAC series, a little bit bigger, to make the TAC series more suitable for carry, namely by swapping the steel frame for an aluminum one and including optics mounting compatibility. The TAC is normally a stainless steel frame, which is great for shooting, but not so great for shoving down your pants and carrying it all day. The new version of the TAC, being lighter weight, will offer all of the performance advantages, well, almost all of them, as a tournament 1911, while sacrificing only the slightest capability in favor of concealability. It should only be about 6 ounces heavier than a Glock 19 on paper, plus it's going to cost around $1,700. That sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but relative to other high-end 2011 carry guns, pretty reasonable actually. One thing I don't like about it for carry is this massive magwell. If you ask your boy, John Correa, who's analyzed over 40,000 private citizen gunfights at Active Self-Protection's channel, not once has he seen a mag reload on video, and in his mind, a reload would have changed the outcome in only maybe a handful of those 40,000 fights. His words exactly are that it is exceedingly beyond rare to see a reload. I'd probably lose the magwell here. Bull covers just about the entire spectrum of gun budgets, so if 2011's too expensive for you, they also announced the Gen 2 version of the Axe, which is their excellent polymer frame striker-fired handgun. The optics-ready DLC hatchet version that they had there, top-notch. Plus, it should street in about the $500-ish range. And if that's even too steep for you, I own 2 of the Bull Cherokee, which I'll do a review on shortly. It's an excellent CZ75 clone that can occasionally be found for under $400. I think I got like my Gen 2 version for $200. You already know what the number one is. Unfortunately, it seems like it's at least a year away because you suck and HK hates you. Me personally, I love HK. Not sure that I'm quite a fanboy, but then again, I did spend $5,000 on building my own HK G36K, which is evidence, compelling evidence, I would say, of fanboy tendencies. On the other hand, I will admit, full-blown Glock fanboy right here. Unfortunately, my Austrian uncle Gaston does not make a true micro-compact, i.e. a gun roughly 4 inches tall, 1 inch thick, with a capacity of 10 rounds of 9mm or more. That means I've got to get some outside of the house, if you know what I'm saying. Which also means you might catch me with a SIG P365 or a Smith & Wesson Shield Plus at the No-Tell Motel, depending on pricing availability. That could conceivably change when HK drops the new SFP9cc, the European name for the VP9cc. Oddly enough, the German VP9 is called the SFP9 for striker-fired pistol in English, while in US we have the VP9 Volkspistol 9, a German name.
The reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
Smart play, HK. I like it a lot. Some people bitch about HK being late to the game right now. Those are probably the same people who bitched about other manufacturers having recalls or multiple generations of a pistol. HK's probably been working on this gun for around 5 years, and although I can't give you any details or even show you video of it, I have spent some time shooting a version of this gun several years ago, and it was amazing. Look, if someone introduced a 7-round capacity, optics-ready black powder revolver, sure, that's a little late. But on the other hand, micro compacts right now, they're peaking, dominating the concealed carry market, so long as a manufacturer is introducing another option into that lineup that offers some sort of advantage over other pistols already available, maybe a little bit of brand loyalty. It's never too late to innovate, player. Now, to be fair, whether or not HK is offering something more than what's already out there remains to be seen. But here's a pro tip from a guy who's been to Vegas a couple dozen times. If you bet on black and red, you almost never lose. Yeah, 511 flew us over to Germany, but we primarily rely upon you to support our coverage. So please think about supporting us at Patreon, Utreon, Subscribestar, so we can keep bringing you content like this and going to shows. We really need your help. Thank you to our sponsors, Ventura Munitions. They provide the ammo we use in the video, and Top Gun Supply. They do 4 guns. They give away 4 guns a month to TFB TV supporters at the $5 level or higher on Subscribestar or Utreon, so think about supporting us there. But thank you as usual for watching, and I'll see you in Germany next year.